Welcome guys. Today we are going to discuss about the poem Past and Present. Now the topic here is, you can see the topic on the screen, and that is past and present. Now this is the title of the poem. Guess the theme of the poem. What may be the theme of the poem related to the topic? Certainly, this poem is a recollection of his childhood, now past and present. Similarly, here past and present, you can see past and present, the writer's past time, and the writer is in this situation. Now, what would you do in the similar situation? Suppose if you are in this situation, then what will you do? Think about this. Now, this is the picture. What we are watching on the screen is the writer, is the author of the poem. Can you say the name of the picture? Yes, Thomas Hood. Now, Thomas Hood was an English poet, author, and humorist, best known for poems such as The Bridge of Sighs and The Songs of the Shirt. And you can study more about the author yourself also. Now, what is the background of the poem? I remember, or past and present. Here, by Thomas Hood is a poem dedicated to the nostalgic embrace of the memory of childhood. Hood idealizes his childish ignorance, painting his memories with beautiful colors and images. Hood's childhood was a time of great happiness, one which he is well aware that he cannot return to, and he died because of his increasing debts and illness at the age of only 46. Similarly, if you study the rhyme scheme of the poem, then I remember the house where I was born, the little window where the sun came peeping in at morn, that born morn, day away, white light, set, eight. In this way, a second line rhymes with four. In the same way, you can watch the rhyme scheme of the poem. Now, here, this is the starting of the poem. This is the first line. That's why its main topic is I remember. But here we find that past and present. Now, I remember. What does the writer remember? He remembers, yes, the house where he was born. The writer remembers this house where he was born. Similarly, the poet remembers the house where he was born. Now, the little window where the sun came peeping in at morn. Here, he recalls the little window through which the sunlight came into the room early in the morning. Similarly, morn means morning. That is the poetic form morn, and its meaning is morning, short form of morning. Now, he never came a wink too soon, nor brought too long a day. What does it mean? It means the sun neither comes too early nor remain too late. Now, another line, but now I often wish the night. Here the writer wants the night. Why? To take his breath. And at the time of his childhood, writer was very happy. He wanted to the day very long and night too, but he is suffering from day too long day and night, and he wishes to die here because of his painful life. And that's why I had borne my breath away. Here writer wishes to take his breath away due to his painful life. Now, again, in another stanza, in second stanza, the writer remembers what? The roses, red and white. Different types of flowers, roses, red roses, white roses, and not only this, but more than the violets flower. Now, the lily cups, these are the types of flower. And similarly, here, those flowers made of light. What happened here? He believes that these flowers are heavenly blessed. There is the light. What happened? There is a fine light. What happens here? All these flowers are available in the yard of the writer, and he remembered all these flowers that are still twinkling like stars. But the writer changed his physically condition changed. Now we can again say he remembers the lilacs where the robin built. And robin bird, here that is the flower's name, lilacs, where robin built his best nest. He remembers these things too. He talks about the lilacs where the robin built its nest, and where my brother set the laburnum on his birthday, no laburnum tree, and the writer's brother, he has planted that laburnum tree on the auspicious occasion of his birthday, and that is still alive. No, that laburnum tree is still. The tree is living yet. That's why the writer think about the past one. Again in third stanza, the writer remembers what kind of things? Yes, where I was used to swing. The writer used to swing in the garden, and that he also remembers that scene, that panorama, that condition, and thought the air must rush as fresh, and that fresh air he recalls in his mind, in his brain, that fresh air that he could not get inside the room at present. That's why he this is the symbol of nostalgia poem. Now enjoy the breeze and the wind in the fresh air, and again to swallows on the wing. And the writer at that time in the past he felt so light like that swallow's wings, that fresh air which swallow's wings have, that kind of fresh air he found at that time. But he is so happy, he is so happy, and my spirit flew in feathers then, and his spirit, writer's spirit, no, could fly like feathers. No, this is the soul and this is the feather. That the writer's spirit was flying like that feathers at that time. But what happened? Here at the present, that is so happy now, and the writer could not walk easily from one place to another. So changed in his life. That is the present panorama, that is the present situation. Again, here the summer pools could hardly cool. That is the summer pool. He is watching so seriously that summer pool that could hardly, that could not cool down the writer's temperature, the writer's fever. What is on his brow? No, here that's why the writer remembers that cool water. The fever on my brow. Here the writer thinks that cool water could not minimize the fever what is on his brow at the present. And I remember that is the fourth stanza here written by Thomas Wood. Now, what happened in the stanza? The fir tree is dark and high. That tree were dark and high. Now he remembers how he used to think in the wildest manner about the highest of dark fir trees. He used to think their slender tops were claws against the sky. यसले के सोचिरहेको छ यसको सिलिन्डर टप्स जुन छ टुप्पाहरू कसरी चाहिँ आकाशलाई छोएको छ वास्तवमा यो त्यो याद गरिरहेको छ तर सचमुच त्यो होइन हो के वास्तवमा their thin tops were about to touch the sky. It was his childish ignorance. It was a childish ignorance that was not real. Because of childish ignorance, he used to think about that situation, about that scene. Now he remembers that childhood ignorance. Here, but now, tis little joy र अलिकति यो खुसी महसुस गर्दैछ. Do you know why? Because that provides him a little joy. Why? To know I am farther off from heaven than when I was a boy. जब यो बचपनको अवस्थामा थियो यो चाहिँ नि पुरा नजिकमा थियो हेभेनको नजिकमा बिकज इट वाज हिज चाइल्डिस इग्नोरेन्स तर अहिले बिकज अफ हिज एक्सपिरियन्स वाट ह्यापेन्ड हि इज फार्दर अफ फ्रम हेभेन अहिले चाहिरहेको छ नजिक जान तर हेभेनभन्दा धेरै टाढा छ यो चाहिँ नि सिचुएसन छ राइटरको द्याट्स वाइ हि थिङ्क्स द्याट हि इज भेरी फार फ्रम हेभेन रादर देन when he used to be a child. Now, this is the analysis of the poem. You can study the analysis stanza by stanza in the first, in the second, and similarly in the third, in the fourth stanza yourself. Okay, thank you very much. Today I will come back again with its exercises.